Devas Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiv Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dirihe Nashtagraheshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur, Part 1, Summary of Lord Gaura's Pastimes, Adi Khanda, First chapter, 131st verse. Bhakti Paila Kaji Prabhu Gaurangir Vare, Swachande Kirtana Kare Nagare Nagare. By the benediction of Lord Gauranga, the Kazi attains devotional service. Thus all the devotees are allowed to freely perform kirtan in the streets of Navadvip. By the Lord's mercy, Kazi Mahashaya became attached to the service of the supreme worshipable object. Sriman Mahaprabhu benefited one and all by getting the process of continuous chanting of the holy names sanctioned throughout Navadvip, the jurisdiction of the Kazi. So in whole Navadvip, Mahaprabhu's mercy, because of mercy, then the kirtan was unstoppable. And this, whenever we get to the description of this Nagar Sankirtan by Mahaprabhu, first Nagar Sankirtan, it's amazing description, amazing. And it is said that all the demigods also took the form of humans and they joined that kirtan. Madhya Khande Mahaprabhu Varaha Haiya Nyeja Tattva Murari Re Kahila Garjiya. In the Madhya Khanda, the Lord accepts the form of Varaha and discloses his identity to Murari Gupta. Sriman Mahaprabhu is the fountainhead of all incarnations and the supreme absolute truth. In the form of Varaha, he roared loudly and instructed Murari Gupta about his own identity. Madhya Khande Murari Skande Arohana Chaturbhuja Haya Kaila Angane Brahmana. In the Madhya Khanda, the Lord accepts a four-armed form and rides on Murari's shoulders throughout his courtyard. So again, Murari Gupta is also a wonderful associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, he was incarnation of Hanumanji. He is Hanumanji himself, who came to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Murari Gupta. Madhya Khande Shuklambar Tandul Bhojana, Madhya Khande Nana Chanda Haila Narayana. In the Madhya Khanda, the Lord eats Shuklamba Brahmachari's rice and performs various pastimes as Narayan. The Lord displayed his pastime of eating Atap and Siddha rice, which are prepared from Ashu and Hemantika paddy. He took both varieties of rice from the alms received by Shuklamba Brahmachari. The word Chanda refers to the display of pastimes through various amazing gestures. So, Attap rice is taken directly from the husk of Ashu paddy, which is harvested in the rainy season, while Siddha rice is Hemantika paddy, which is harvested in autumn and boiled before husking and drying. Okay, some technical information. In the Madhya Khanda, Gaura Narayan dances. Madhya Khande Rukaminir Vesha Narayana Nachi Lena Stanna Pila Sarva Bhaktagan. In the Madhya Khanda, God Narayan dances in the dress of Rukmini and breastfeeds all the devotees. Rukmini Devi is Mahalakshmi herself and Krishna's legitimately married queen. She is the mother of the universe. As a super soul, the Lord is a maintainer and sustainer of the entire universe. She also manifests motherly propensities. He thus breastfed all his subordinates in the mood of parenthood. Krishna is the mother, Krishna is the father, Krishna is the wealth and life of everyone. That is why Krishna is the source of all pastimes. But this does not mean that everyone should consider Krishna their mother and accept service from him for their own enjoyment. Lord Krishna is the absolute truth, beyond material sense perception. Therefore, the base qualities found in the service of a mother in the temporary world cannot touch him. The followers of Durga, who are bewildered by material knowledge under the influence of desire, imagine themselves as children and display the wicked mentality of accepting service from the eternal worshipable Lord. Such mentality should not be directed towards the eternal object of worship. So yes, Krishna is a father, Krishna is a mother, Krishna is sustainer, maintainer of the whole universe. But we should not approach Krishna with a shopping list. Okay, Krishna, I want this, Krishna, I want that. Rather, approach should be out of service, out of love. I want to serve you, that's all. Of course, Krishna here is Mahaprabhu dealing with these devotees, that is different. They are devotees are completely in love, in mood of service. But we should not approach Krishna in this way. Madhya Khande Mukundera Danda Sangha Doshe Shesha Anuraga Kaila Parama Santoshe. In the Madhya Khanda, the Lord punishes Mukunda for associating with Jnanis and later blesses him with great satisfaction. The desire for sense enjoyment and the desire for renunciation, which are found in living entities who are afflicted by three types of miseries, are the result of bad association. Mukunda played the role of a jnani by accepting the philosophy of Mayavadis of that time. The Lord relieved Mukunda of the Mayavadis' bad association by punishing him and later bestowed mercy on him. So Mukunda is a great singer. He used to sing very nicely in Kirtan. So when Mahaprakash Leela was going on, Mahaprabhu gave benediction to everybody except few, and Mukunda was one. And Srivas Thakur said, Mahaprabhu, Mukunda, you haven't given mercy to Mukunda for Krishna Prem. Mahaprabhu said, he will never get my mercy. And everybody was surprised. He sings so nicely in Kirtan, and everybody loves his Kirtan, everybody loves his attitude, his association. Why? What happened? Mahaprabhu said, when he is with Vaishnavas, he's singing Vaishnava bhajan. But when he goes and meets with Mayavadis, he praises their philosophy or bhajan. He sings their bhajan. So he'll never get mercy. So Mukunda was dejected and he was leaving the Shiva Sangam that I'm not going to get the mercy. And then Shiva Thakur, so he's not never going to get your mercy? Only in 10 million lifetimes he will get my mercy. After 10 million lifetimes. He was so angry, Mahaprabhu was. And Mukunda, when he heard this, he was almost at the door of Srivas Angan and he started dancing. He was jumping up and down and started dancing happily. And everybody, why, what happened? And Mahaprabhu said, after 10 million lifetimes, you'll get the mercy. Oh, I'll get the mercy. Even I have to wait for 10 million lifetimes, that's fine. But I will get the mercy. I'll get the mercy. Mahaprabhu is so merciful. Gauranga is so merciful. And seeing this attitude of Mukunda, Mahaprabhu called him, okay, you will get my mercy now, but don't go back to these Mayavadis again. See, this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is merciful. Just little service, but make sure we don't add anything to it. And that's it. He's ready to give Krishna Prem. Madhya Khande Mahaprabhu Nishaya Kirtana Vastrek Navadvipe Kaila Nukshana. In the Madhya Khanda, there are descriptions of all night kirtans that the Lord performs for 1 year in Navadvip. During the day, people were busy with various activities for the gratification of their senses, and at night they gratified their senses by sleeping. Shri Gaurchandra benefited the residents of Mayapur and Navadvip who were under the influence of the illusory energy of the Lord by performing congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord every night for 1 year. In this way, he checked their activities of sense gratification. Yeah, how it started, they were doing kirtan every day at Shrivas Angan, and one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, well, we are wasting time at night by sleeping. So no more sleeping at night. We'll continue with the kirtan. And all the devotees were so happy. Yes, whole night they would do kirtan. मध्य खंडे नित्यानंद अद्वैत कौतुक आज्ञा जाने बूझे जैन कलह स्वरूप. In the Madhya Khanda, Nityananda and Advaita Acharya exchange jokes which ignorant people consider as quarreling. Sri Nityanand Prabhu and Sri Advait Prabhu are both Vishnu and devotees of Gaura. The joke they exchange and their conversations are misunderstood by less intelligent, unfortunate people who conclude that they have different opinions. So, yeah, we'll read those, but not to think that they are really fighting or they are really insulting each other. There was no such thing. They cannot do that. Actually, they were glorifying each other, but just one has to understand how they are glorifying. Madhya Khande Jananira Lakshe Bhagavana Vaishnava Parada Karaila Savadhana. In the Madhya Khanda, the Lord warns everyone about offending Vaishnavas, including using his mother as an example. The omniscient God Hari instructed his mother Shachi Devi to beg pardon from Advait Prabhu for her offense. By this incident, the Lord instructed everyone about the severity of Vaishnava Aparad and the need for becoming free from it. So Shachi Devi, Mother Shachi Devi, I mean, even in Mahaprakash Leela, so she was also one, she did not get the benediction of Krishna Prem. And all the devotees were surprised. Why? Mother Shachi, she's the mother of the universe. She's your mother. You're not giving her Krishna Prem? He said, no, because she has committed Vaishnava Aparadha against Advaita Acharya. How can she get Krishna Prem? Then devotees asked, how can she? Because Mahaprabhu told that she has to go beg forgiveness from Advaita Acharya. But what aparadh she had committed? There's no way she could have committed an aparadh. So what had happened when Vishwarup, elder brother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, used to go attend Katha Kirtan at the house of Srivas Thakur and at the house of Advaita Acharya with all other devotees also joining him. So slowly, he developed renunciation. This material world is good for nothing. Why remain in here? So he just left home and took sannyas. So Shachi Mata was so upset. As motherly affection, she was upset, she was hurt. And in her mind only, she didn't say it to anybody, in her mind only she said, this Advaita is wrong. His name should be Dvaita. He has made son and mother separate. He has separated son from the mother. So his name should be Dvaita. And that's it. She didn't say anything and she just went on with her activities. But Mahaprabhu wanted to make a point. So the devotees were like, went to Advaita Acharya, okay, this is how Shachi Mata is going to get Krishna Prem if she begs forgiveness from me. And Advaita Acharya, Shachi Mata is going to beg forgiveness from me? This is not going to happen. She never committed an offense. I'm not going to let her touch my feet. How is this possible? And talking like this, Advaita Acharya went into ecstasy. He fell unconscious. How can you say Shachi Mata committed an offense? There's no way. And then devotees went to Shachi Mata. He is unconscious. Please come and take dust from his feet, and then you will get Krishna. Then she came running, she did that, and then Mahaprabhu was happy. Of course, the point was Mahaprabhu was making was do not commit Vaishnava offense. It's very, very serious. But unfortunately, we commit them. so many times. And 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 maybe in our stubbornness or ignorance, we don't want to ask for forgiveness. All we have to do is ask for forgiveness, that's all. Admit it, I have committed this offense, ask for forgiveness, and not to repeat it again. मध्य खंडे सकल वैष्णव जन जाने सबे वर पाइले न करिया स्तवन. In the Madhya Khanda, all the Vaishnavas receive benedictions after offering prayers. In this verse, Jana Jana means each individual. Madhya Khande Prasad Paila Haridas Shridharer Jal Pan Karunya Vilas. In the Madhya Khanda, Haridas Thakur receives the Lord's mercy and the Lord mercifully drinks Sridhar's water. So this Sridhar is Kholavecha Sridhar. Sridhar was a poor Brahmin resident of Navdeep who met his livelihood by maintaining a banana tree garden. In the cottage of this poor devotee, the Lord drank water from an iron pot with holes and thus displayed his pastime of Bhakta Vatsalya, affection for his devotees. So this iron pot, it was said that was the only property of Kholavecha Sridhar. And it had holes, it was bent at so many places, it was rusted, and he would use it for every purpose. But because he had so much of devotion, Mahaprabhu drank water from. Once he was doing kirtan and he was thirsty, he said, "Get me this heart of Sridhar. I want to drink water from that. That will quench my thirst." And Sridhar was like, "I'm going to go to hell if you drink water from this pot. This is not fit for you." So Mahaprabhu said, I'm tasting the most nectarian water by drinking water from that pot. So Sridhar, Kholavecha Sridhar, where he used to live, so ISKCON has bought that small, it was a very small cottage. So ISKCON bought that cottage, the land, and they built a nice place at that location. So it's not far from where Jagannath temple is there in Mayapur, Rajaji Nagar. It's in the middle of the rice fields, but ISKCON bought that little place. मध्य खंडे सकल वैष्णव करि संगे प्रतिदिन जानवी थे जल के रंगे. In the Madhya Khanda, the Lord daily sports in the waters of Ganges with the devotees. So as Nimai Pandit, as little boy also, he sported in Ganges, and as in Madhya Khanda also. Actually, what had happened when Krishna was leaving, he was unmanifesting his pastimes, so he was going to go back. Then Mother Ganga approached him. That, my dear Lord, what is this? You have made me take sins of everybody. So I've been collecting sins of everybody. They come, they wash their sins in my water. But you performed all your water pastimes in Yamuna. You gave him all your mercy. Gave her all your mercy by performing your pastimes with gopis in Yamuna. And I'm here just to take all the sins. So Krishna said, well, first of all the sins that you are taking, they will be washed away when my devotees take bath in your waters. Devotees or sadhus. So they wash away all your sins. But then, since you have this this issue that how come Yamuna is getting all the mercy of me bathing in her waters? So when I come as Gauranga, I'll bathe in your waters with all my associates. So, in one sense, in Bhagavatam also it mentions, that Yamuna's water is 1,000 times more mm, benedictory than Ganga. But after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took bath in Ganga every day and with his devotees, he would play over there, and Ganga's water became uh, more powerful than Yamuna's. But anyway, for us, they both are sacred. But in Mayapur, yes, devotees, the Ganga is there flowing freely and no pollution. And devotees take bath and they play over there in Ganga's waters. Madhyakhande Gaura Chandra Nityananda Sange Advaitera Grihe Gaya Chila Kona Range. In the Madhyakhand, Lord Gaur Chandra and Nityanand Prabhu go on a mission to Advait Prabhu's house. Madhyakhande Advaitera Kari Bahu Danda Shesha Anugraha Kaila Parama Prachanda. In the Madhyakhanda, the Lord punishes Advait Prabhu and then bestows great mercy on him. By seeing the behavior of Advait Prabhu, many people fall into the trap of considering him as a Mayavadi. In order to check this, the Lord physically punished Advaitacharya. Then later, the Lord bestowed mercy on him to glorify his devotee. So Advaitacharya, again, all devotees of Mahaprabhu, they're just different. Advaitacharya was, age-wise, he was much older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Mahaprabhu would always respect him, always try to touch his feet in the kirtan, and Advaita Acharya was old, he could not run away, and Mahaprabhu was many times able to touch his feet and would always speak to him very respectfully. So Advaita Acharya said, no, I'm servant of Gauranga. He should not be speaking respectfully with me. He should be punishing me. He should be bestowing his mercy on me, not speaking respectfully. So with heavy heart, so he had two houses, one in Navadip and one in Shantipur. He went back to Shantipur with his wife, Sita Mata. And in Shantipur, he started preaching Mayavad philosophy from a book called Yoga Vashishta. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he said, "What is this nonsense? I incarnated after hearing this petition, this prayers of Advaita Acharya to deliver devotional service, deliver the people of Kali Yuga by giving them devotional service. And now he himself is preaching the passage, the Mayavadi philosophy. What is this nonsense?" So him and Nityanand Prabhu, they went to Shantipur. They went the swimming Ganges, they went to Shantipur. And the Advaita Acharya's house is right next to Ganges in Shantipur. So Advaita Acharya at that time was on a Vyasasana and speaking. There were some people listening to his Mayavad philosophy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got out of Ganges. And here seeing him, Advaita Acharya loudly he was preaching this philosophy. And Mahaprabhu went to him, he grabbed him and brought him down from Vyasasana and he said, um, what is better, bhakti or mukti? And Advaita Acharya would laugh, no, mukti is better, or no, bhakti or gyan, what is better? Gyan is better because by gyan one can see, and bhakti is only sentiment and this and that. And Mahaprabhu started punching him, beating him up. Bhakti or gyan, gyanva or bhaktiva? And he was saying gyan, and Mahaprabhu started beating him, and Mahaprabhu, you called me from Vaikuntha, I was there comfortably, and you called me from there to distribute bhakti, and now you're saying this or that. And Nityanand Prabhu was there and he was clapping and he was laughing and yes, beat him up more. He's talking Mayavad philosophy. Haridas Thakur was also there near a cave and he started praying, no, Mahaprabhu, don't beat him. He was crying. And Sita Mata was there, Advait Prabhu's wife. Gauranga, leave him, he's Buddha, he's old man, he'll die. Don't beat him up like that. And Advaita Acharya was laughing. See, he was laughing. Now you have accepted me as your servant. You're beating me up. Where is your talk of respect and touching my feet? Now you have accepted me as a servant. Then Mahaprabhu let him go. But this is the mood of everybody. Nityanand Prabhu, Balramji, we studied about him. He is Anand Shesha. He is serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya is serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur was Brahmaji himself. He is serving. So everybody, we have to understand our position. We are just servants of Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and serve them. Serve them properly. And they're ready to bestow their mercy. Okay, I guess I can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.